So I acknowledge that the first two things I've listed as priority actions or challenges going forward, restoring good governance and instituting systemic transparency and uniting the community, are fairly past-facing. They orient on righting wrongs in the past to preclude wrongs in the future. But there's more to the university and there's more to what we need for leadership than simply addressing those two things, no matter how important they are to us. One of the things we also must get after is making a Pennsylvania State University education affordable again. This is a very important issue for those families and those students out there today and in coming years who are finding it increasingly a challenge to afford an education at the state's best institution for higher learning and one of the nation's premier public universities. I have not been able to get as much information as I like on this topic, but it seems to me fairly obvious that a concerted effort to control costs, to scrutinize appropriations and budgets, can do some things to reduce the inflation of tuition over the long run. And it's going to require some innovative thinking, it's going to require some hard work and study, but I'm ready to do that. I have the benefit of being in the second career of my life. You know, I've already spent my time in the military, and that's what I wanted to do with my life as a major accomplishment. I now have the time to put into this effort, to get into the details of managing, of stewardship of this university. And one of the areas I'd like to pay particular attention to is what we can do to control costs and limit the increase in tuition over time so that more working families in the state of Pennsylvania can get an education at Penn State. As far as I'm concerned, you know, I've fought for democracy in 2 wars. I believe with all my heart that education and an educated electorate is fundamental to the health of our democracy. It's fundamental to the health and economy of our state. And it's at risk. It's at risk because of the policies of the current administration and the ones that preceded it, who have driven down the state support from Penn State from where it was once greater than 60% of the annual budget to where it is now, 10 or 12%. I don't recall the exact number. The point is that we are at risk of being a state institution in name only. We are at risk of being the Pennsylvania State University, but not really. We can do better than that. We owe that to the children of our state. We owe that to our future.